Janelle Brown of Sister Wives is finally building her dream house. Sister Wives star Janelle Brown shows progress on finally getting to build her dream home. Check out the pictures of it becoming a reality. Janelle Brown implements her plans. Janelle Brown, star of Sister Wives, recently made significant progress toward her long-term goal. While her business with Maddie Brown Brush is baby-stepping its way to completion, that isn't the only project on Janelle's mind. However, the fact that she is accomplishing everything on her own terms is one of her greatest accomplishments, which she is celebrating with her home. Undoubtedly, most of Sister Wives star Janelle Brown's life has been in service to others. She was thinking about a lot of things when she looked at Kody or her sister wives, Mary, Christine, and Robin. Janelle was also raising her 6 children and co-raising the rest of the plural family even when her plural spouses weren't involved. However, she now lives on her own. This shift accompanies her newest celebration of building her dream home. Janelle writes, "Every single decision, big or small, is truly mine" in her Tata Farms blog. Each brick and shingle is her choice. This independence comes with major freedom and also overwhelms. She admits that she still routinely seeks the opinions of others. But her daughter Maddie Brown Brush assures her to own each decision for herself. Maddie, for example, always tells her mother that she should do what she likes whenever she asks for her opinion. Additionally, Janelle Brown is learning about her own preferences on this journey. She put her own interests aside for the benefit of those around her for the majority of her life. That way of life became second nature to her over time. Janelle Brown, on the other hand, claims that she is figuring out how to blend me into this place. She has now stood up to Kody Brown and is carving her path to a new life. Finding ways to combine the coast's airy, light feel with the earthy, warm tones I love. She plans to explore adding natural wood and sandy neutral tones. While she doesn't have all the decisions made yet, she is elated to be in control of her life. Fans cheer on her new realization. On Reddit, several Sister Wives fans discussed Janelle Brown making progress on her dream home. The original poster added photos and a link to the blog and directed readers to see some of the information on Janelle's Instagram as well. Notably, the user also mentioned that Janelle previously alluded to the project coming to completion in the fall. Some people hope that Janelle will put her progress on social media and attract sponsorships to help her meet her goals. One fan says, "I love this so much. Janelle is the next to begin glowing. Wishing her nothing but the best. I love that of all things she could have chosen to show us her decision-making, she picked the shingles. Not paint colors, not crown molding, not appliances, and we all know our girl loves an appliance, just shingles. A very utilitarian choice. Thus, Janelle. Janelle is getting her porch, and I can't wait to see the JOY she builds over the next few years." One person slams Robin Brown's fantasy and alleged financial exploitation at the very heart of the Sister Wives saga. Whispers and online outcries claim that Robin Brown, Kody Brown's controversial fourth wife, has long orchestrated a masterclass in deceit that is as jaw-dropping as it is disgusting, leaving behind a trail of broken promises, shattered trust, and a legacy of moral bankruptcy that even the most hardened critics find hard to stomach, according to sources whose identities remain shrouded in anonymity and whose accounts are passed around in hushed tones on forums and social media threads. Robin's rise to prominence within the infamous polygamous household was not the result of mere chance or the benign outcome of destiny, but a meticulously calculated scheme where every smile, every sympathetic word, and every carefully curated act of vulnerability was nothing more than a ploy designed to mask a ruthless ambition to control the family's narrative and pocket the benefits of a system built on trust and faith, a system that, as alleged by insiders, she has exploited in every conceivable way, from allegedly manipulating the family's financial records to divert funds for her lavish expenditures to staging emotional crises that conveniently shift blame away from her questionable spending habits and onto the shoulders of her ex-partners. It is said that behind the polished facade of a supportive wife, one who feigned victimhood at every turn, lurks a woman who, with cold calculation and an insatiable hunger for power and prestige, has used every tool at her disposal to secure her position as the last wife standing, even if it meant inciting discord among the other wives, pitting exes against each other, and fostering an atmosphere of distrust that left even Kody Brown himself grappling with conflicting loyalties and bitter resentment, as reports suggest that her methods included covertly encouraging former wives to question each other's motives while simultaneously casting herself as the sole guardian of the family's financial stability, despite mounting evidence that her extravagant taste in art, jewelry, and home decor, items many have dismissed as overpriced trash and corny junk, was funded by a series of dubious financial maneuvers that allegedly involved credit card fraud, unauthorized debt accumulation, and a pattern of spending that defied logic given the known financial struggles of the household. Indeed, fans and critics alike have noted in heated online debates and fervent social media rants that every receipt, every credit statement, and every lavish purchase seems to point toward a calculated strategy on Robyn's part to not only maintain an image of opulence and control, but also to ensure that all available resources were funneled into perpetuating a lifestyle that was as unsustainable as it was ostentatious, leaving a legacy of financial ruin masked by artful spin and carefully edited confessionals that offered little in the way of genuine remorse or accountability. As the alleged tell-all unfolds in a single, unrelenting torrent of revelations, one is forced to confront a litany of accusations that include claims of emotional manipulation, strategic sabotage of family relationships, and an almost predatory use of the very structure of the polygamous system to serve her own ends, a system in which, according to fervent detractors, Robyn not only embraced the chaos inherent in a blended family rife with personal grudges and unhealed wounds but actively stoked the fires of discontent, pushing family members into conflict with one another while presenting herself as the ultimate victim of circumstance, a role she allegedly clung to with such desperate fervor that even the slightest criticism was met with vehement denials and aggressive counterattacks that only served to deepen the sense of betrayal felt by those who once trusted her. In one of the most damning episodes recounted by insiders, it is alleged that during a particularly fraught financial meeting, a gathering that should have been focused on budgeting and the equitable distribution of household expenses, Robyn allegedly diverted attention from her own lavish spending by accusing her ex-husbands of fiscal irresponsibility, claiming that the mounting credit card debt and exorbitant expenditures on items ranging from obscure decorative figurines to overpriced crystal rock art were not a reflection of her own shortcomings, but rather evidence of a long-standing pattern of negligence and mismanagement on the part of those who once shared in the family's burden, all the while ensuring that her own hands remained impeccably clean in the eyes of an audience that was already predisposed to view her as both the scapegoat and the villain of the narrative. As the narrative continues to spiral into accounts of betrayal that stretch from the realm of the financial into the disturbingly personal, it is alleged that Robyn's manipulations extended far beyond mere monetary matters. According to these accounts, she is said to have deftly exploited the vulnerabilities of her children and even attempted to control the religious direction of the household, leveraging her influence to sway opinions about faith and spirituality in a manner that not only sowed discord and personal gain, using every interaction as a chance to cement her own authority while simultaneously undermining the efforts of those who sought genuine reconciliation and unity. The tell-all is replete with allegations that, behind her smiles and carefully rehearsed confessions on camera, Robyn engaged in a series of backroom deals and clandestine conversations in which she purportedly orchestrated events designed to isolate family members from one another, thereby ensuring that any attempt at holding her accountable would be met with an impenetrable wall of isolation and misinformation, a tactic that has left many former insiders disillusioned and exasperated by what they describe as a relentless cycle of deceit that continues to haunt every aspect of the sister-wives saga. Even more chilling are the accounts that claim that when confronted with evidence of her misdeeds, Robyn responded not with contrition but with a defiant insistence on her own righteousness, denying any involvement in the alleged financial improprieties and emotional manipulations while simultaneously casting herself as the perennial victim of a system that she claims has wronged her at every turn, a stance that has only further alienated her from those who have suffered at her hands, leaving behind a trail of broken relationships, shattered dreams, and an enduring stain on the very concept of family unity. As once envisioned by the Sister Wives brand, as the narrative reaches its crescendo, the cumulative weight of these allegations paints a picture of a woman whose every move appears calculated to maximize personal advantage at the expense of honesty, integrity, and the welfare of those who trusted her implicitly, A picture so unflinching in its portrayal of betrayal that even the most ardent supporters of the family find themselves questioning the cost of such ambition and the true price of a legacy built on deception. In the end, what emerges from this torrent of revelations is not merely an account of financial mismanagement or emotional cruelty but a portrait of moral decay, a portrait in which Robin Brown, with all her charm and carefully constructed public persona, is revealed as a central figure in a drama of epic proportions, a drama that has left behind a legacy of controversy, heartache, and a deep-seated sense of disillusionment among those who once believed in the sanctity of family and the possibility of redemption within a system that, at its core, has been so thoroughly corrupted by greed and self-interest that the very idea of loyalty has become a relic of a bygone era. It is this grotesque and jaw-dropping account, a narrative that some are calling the most disgusting tell-all ever produced, that forces us to ask uncomfortable questions about the nature of truth in the world of reality television and the cost of allowing ambition and avarice to override basic human decency, leaving us with the lingering question of whether the legacy of Sister Wives, and the role played by its most controversial member, can ever be redeemed once the full extent of these alleged misdeeds is laid bare for all to see.